All right, hockey fans, welcome to another edition of Wolves Hockey Show, the number one rated hockey team show on Lake Street and Public Access. We have with us Coach Lou, one of the busiest coaches in the state of New Hampshire. He does everything from goalie skates on Mondays to coaching the 18th team to filling in and coaching the 16th team to coaching some of the junior teams. How are you here today?
I don't know, lots of coffee. I think that's what's flowing through my veins right now.
Hopped up on coffee and nothing else. What do you take in your coffee?
Sometimes just black, sometimes sugar. It depends on what I got going during the day. If it's busy, just got to put the coffee in the cup and go.
That's right. Now, do you have any preferential? Up here you got Aroma Joe's, you got Dunkin' Donuts, you got Wayfair Coffee downtown Laconia. Any favorite?
I got to go with Dunkin' if I'm on the run. It's easy. Got the app on my phone.
Okay.
Quick, pull it up, drive through the drive-thru, and on my way I go with the coffee.
That's it. Now, you had 4 games this weekend with the 16s.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what they accomplished at the United Tier 1 Hockey League playoffs.
Absolutely. It was a bit of a rough weekend. 3 losses, 1 win. But in those losses, the teams battled back to tie games late in the games. 2 of them they tied in the last minute, sent one to overtime, almost won that in overtime. So it was a weekend full of battling for the U16s.
Yeah, I think when they look back on this experience, coming into the Wolves program, I've practiced twice a day for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Workouts all the time.
Yes.
Video sessions. Major big showcases all across the Eastern Seaboard. Over 50 games.
It's a lot of games.
A lot of training and development.
Absolutely.
And when you sign up for a program and you look at those things in that respect, there's not a lot of wiggle room in terms of did the kids get better and did they grow? I think that's a firm yes.
Absolutely. 100%.
We got a couple clips we're going to show you the U16s down at the United Tier 1 Hockey League Showcase Playoffs. So here's game 1 down at Cyclones Arena. The Wolves are down 1-0 in the first half. Emmett Sullivan makes a nice play to get offensive zone entry. Ryan Sember makes a nice play to keep the puck in. And the Wolves go back to work on the forecheck. This line was strong for them all weekend. Logan Hooser, Emmett Sullivan. And there they have it, batting it into the goal with 1.2 seconds left in the clock in the first half, and the Wolves tie the game. Later this same game, Coach Luttrell's team is trailing 2-1. Under a minute to go. They go back to work on the forecheck. Pick up a puck here in the neutral zone. Get zone entry. Fire a shot. Goalie has to make a nice save. Brendan Marcoux does a nice job. A good gap. Sullivan again gets it to the net. And Zach Rich is the man on the doorstep. Wolves tie the game 2-2. End up losing it in overtime, but earning the overtime point. Good job, guys. And here it is in the final game. The tie score goes into a shootout. Charles Day makes a nice move, forehand to backhand, tucks it past the East Coast Spartans goaltender. And then Daniel Lopez Franco has to answer the call, facing in the shootout. Sees that he goes to his forehand and stops him. Wolves win the game in the shootout to finish their season. Great job, guys. So usually it's a rarity to play 4 games in a weekend.
Yep.
Not here in New Hampshire.
No.
The U16s played a 4-game weekend, and the EHLP team also played a 4-game weekend. Tell me about the EHLP guys, Coach.
Sure. The EHLP team traveled down to New Jersey to play New Jersey Renegades for 4 games, 25 hours, which is pretty hectic. Coming straight off a bus and playing 2 games, and then coming back in the morning playing 2 more. And they lost 2 on Saturday, but won 2 on Sunday. Went 2 for 2 on the weekend, or 2 wins, 2 losses on the weekend.
And in the overall scheme of things, a possible 8 points they could get because they earned that overtime point.
Yep.
You get 5 out of 8 possible points at a critical time of the year when you need those points and you want to feel confident going into the playoffs. So, looking back, successful weekend.
Absolutely.
Who are some of the guys that stood out on the EHLP team this weekend?
Sure. I think Nick Potenza had a big goal in one of the games there. Jake Williams brought the team to overtime in the first game after a long bus ride down there.
Yeah.
Played pretty well as well.
Yeah, and he got the win on Sunday. And it was good that they got through all their goaltenders. You get to this point of the year and you kind of pick a goaltender. And certainly Jake Williams has played well for him.
Yep.
But it was also good to see Colin Larson and Sean Micah getting some game action. Tell me a little bit about those two guys in particular, Micah and Larson.
Sure. I think all three of them have been battling back and forth. Who's got the starting job this year, and they've kind of embraced the roles that they've been in. But every time they come in, they battle hard, and they want to earn the right to play in another game.
Yeah, and Micah was an all-star this year in the league. He'll have an opportunity to play in college coming up here. And then Larson is an 0-2. So it's a good, healthy mix of an 0-1, an 0-2, an 0-3, and they've all got minutes and opportunities to showcase themselves.
Absolutely.
We got two clips we're going to show you, the EHLP guys, right now. Here's action from Game 1 down in New Jersey. This line had a strong weekend all weekend. R.J. Sember, Nate Legret, and Michael Rambusik. Here it is. Legret going to the net, gets a shot, pass off pad, Rambusik on the doorstep, buries it. And here's the overtime winner. 3-on-3 overtime, good stick on puck by Peyton Vachon, gets it to Nate Legret. Legret uses his speed, turns the defenseman, and fires a shot, and the Wolves win 4-3 in overtime. Overall, the weekend was a success, finishing 2-1-1. Great job, guys. So Coach Lou, the EHL team had 2 games this week. They played local rival New Hampshire Avalanche, scored a big victory there on, I believe it was Tuesday. And then they also played the Boston Junior Rangers on the weekend. It was a rescheduled game because of the snowstorm. They finished 1-1. But I think they were letting off a little bit of the gas, kind of resting some guys, preparing for the playoffs because we can't really move up or down. We're kind of stuck with that home ice advantage in the first round. Tell me about the things that you've seen out of that EHL team as they come back after Christmas and they've won so many games. What's been the difference and what have you seen out of that group?
I think they're playing much better together as a team here. They're battling hard, winning the small things in the game it takes to win, and they're doing that well. They're buying into Coach Coons' systems here and coming out firing every single game. No slow starts from this team. They're coming right out and firing.
Yeah, I think that was, I think that at the beginning of the year, they were struggling either with slow starts or slow finishes. We had a couple of games that would be like 2-1 in the third period, and all of a sudden it would evolve into 6-1 or something like that, where you kind of have these meltdowns. And we're not seeing that at all. We're seeing instead it's a 2-1 game. The other team might tie it or go ahead, but we're still battling, and we take it to overtime, and then we win it in overtime. Or, it's a tie game, and then we finish harder late and win the game 3-1 with an empty net, things like that. So it's really been a tale of 2 seasons out of that group. Who has most impressed you on the EHL team?
Eddie's Gregoriev's.
Yep.
Great shot, and I think he's one of the hardest working guys out on that team. He's always taking advantage of extra ice, working on individual skills and using those skills to help the team win games.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that's so overlooked. You can have, like we do with our structured practices, Coach Kuhns does a great job with skills, or Coach Lou with the goaltender skills. But then we also offer, days like today where you have 30 minutes at the end of practice and you can work on whatever you want. And if you apply that really well to your game, or extrapolate it over the course of a year, you might have 10 hours where you can work on something that you need to need to work on in your game, and you can have that time to really make a big difference. What have you seen out of Eddie's in addition to that work ethic? What does he do well in a game?
He does a great job skating, stick handling, his shots amazing. So he opens up a lot of space for himself and for his teammates, and can throw some pretty nice passes to his teammates too, just from using his stick handling and skating abilities.
Yeah, he certainly sees the ice really well.
Absolutely.
We actually got a couple clips. We're going to show you the win over the Avalanche, and Eddie's was a huge part of that victory. Face off late, Wolves down 4-3. They win the draw. Declan House gets it here, finds a seam, gets it to the net. They converge on the net, and Jelensky's from his back buries the goal. Wolves tie the game 4-4, less than a minute to go against the Avalanche. Way to go, guys. Then here we are, 3-on-3 overtime. Nice exchange there, Swoboda with Vandal. He makes a great play on the defense, gets it to the net, and Johnston follows the rebound. There it is, 5-4 overtime win over the Avalanche. Way to go, Wolves. So since Christmas, we've been talking a lot about the volunteering stuff that we like to do here at the Wolves, whether it be the Pond Hockey Classic whether it be JBT night, a lot of the local events that we like to partake in. One of the big things though is we like to help out with our Lakes Region Youth Hockey, and Coach Lou has had a tremendous amount of our Wolves athletes out with his goaltender sessions. Last week we finished up with our skill sessions. A number of our players came out. Coach, what have you seen, and what does it mean to have our athletes out with the younger kids?
I think it helps the athletes. They're able to mentor and coach the younger generation of hockey coming up here, and I think the younger kids benefit too. They look up to the Wolves players as friends and mentors. I know from doing the goalies with the Lakers, a lot of them are pretty close to the goalies that come out and help me every week, and they like coming and seeing them in the games as well.
Yeah, and I would say that the kids who've embraced those aspects of the program and have taken advantage of that extra ice time, you can see those are the kids that it seems like come out of this experience with the best, most well-rounded experience. We've had athletes who choose to sit that one out and go home and play video games or whatever, and inevitably, like, they don't take as much from the experience because you don't know what your involvement with the kid who's 6, 7, 8 years old. You don't know what that could lead to down the road and how much that can impact that kid and also make a difference in your experience too.
Absolutely.
So thanks again, guys, for coming out and helping out with our little guys. Now, coming up, we're going to have an exclusive interview with one of the youngest players in the Lakes Region Lakers hockey program. He's finished up his hockey season and made a big impact on the ice. He's having a lot of fun playing hockey. Barron Trimble. All right, hockey fans, back by popular demand, Barron Trimble. Welcome to the Wolves Hockey Show.
Yeah, hello.
All right, this is the second time you were on. Last year you were on. You finished up your first season learning to play hockey. And now this year you're finishing up your first season with the Lakes Region Lakers Mite Red Team. How has your season been so far?
It's been really good.
Nice. You had to finish your weekend, your game season only a couple weeks ago. You played down in a tournament down in Dover, Exeter, Rinks at Exeter, that area. How was? Tell me about some of the game results in that game.
Tucker is actually really my best friend, and I love him on my team.
Nice. So tell me about Tucker. What's his last name? Do you remember?
Manning is his last name.
So Tucker, shout out to Tucker Manning. Now you were down at that tournament. Who are some of the other teammates on your Lakers team?
Evie is like working really hard.
Evie's working hard. Good. Who else?
So in my last game, Evan really was begging for a puck.
Okay. All right.
He's one of my good teammates.
Good. So Evan too. I think his last name is Treefall.
No, it's Treefall.
Treefall. Okay, Evan Treefall. All right. Now you finished up your first season. You had a great experience with the Lakers. What are 3 things that you like most about hockey?
I like the stick handling.
Okay, that's one.
Also, I like Connor McDavid on the Oilers,
Okay.
and I like when people score goals.
You like when people score goals? Nice.
Oh, but the only Rangers player is Wayne Gretzky.
The only Rangers guys that you like is Wayne
Yeah.
Gretzky?
Yes,
You don't root for the Rangers, do you?
I do. Only Wayne Gretzky. The
Okay.
years he was on the Rangers.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Coach Hughes likes the Rangers. You know that, right?
Yes, I know, because of Wayne Gretzky.
Okay, that's all right. We can let him get rid of that. Now I'm going to put you on the spot. We're going to have some Wolves hockey trivia. We're getting close to the playoffs. We're going to do some playoff Wolves trivia. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First question.
Yeah.
What year did the Wolves win the EHL Premier Championship?
2019.
1 for 1. Good job, buddy. You were in the building, right?
Yes. I was in both.
That's right. Okay.
Banana.
In a good manner. That's right. You remember that whole thing. Good. Question number 2. You ready for this one?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I'm always ready.
Okay. What 3 colors are on the Wolves uniform?
Black, red, and white.
2 for 2.
Easy.
Easy peasy. All right, number 3. Number 3. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me 2 of the players who lived in your house who are on the Wolves or have played for the Wolves.
Blake Harlow
Blake Harlow, yeah.
and Declan House.
Declan House. Those are two. You also had Quinn Fahey live with you.
Yes.
You had a bunch of guys in the 2018-19 year. That was like
Yeah.
it was a revolving door. You had Colin Larson live with you. You
Yeah.
had Mikas Krumpans.
Mikas, I remember him.
Yeah, you remember Mikas. Okay, question number 4. This is going to be a tough one. You ready for this one?
Yes.
You sure you can handle it?
Of course I am.
Okay, tell me what Wolves player recently had his 100th career EHL point.
Sorry. Declan House.
Whoa, hold it out. 4 for 4 so far. One final question. Okay. If the Wolves win the EHL championship, what are you going to do to celebrate?
Drink root beer out of the Stanley Cup.
There you have it, folks. We'll make sure that goes on social media. Baron Trimble drinking root beer out of the EHL Cup.
But if they win on April 7th, then I will eat popcorn out of the Stanley Cup while watching the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie on April 8th.
You mentioned that the other day.
Yes.
April 8th is a big deal.
Yes.
April has how many holidays in it?
It has 2, I think.
Okay. Is April 8th an official holiday?
No.
But it is to you.
Yes.
Why?
Cause the second Sonic movie.
Okay. There you have it, folks. Now, coming up for the playoffs, you're going to be at all the Wolves games now that your season's over?
Yes.
Okay. What are you going to wear?
I might wear a Wolves jersey if I have one.
You have the Wolves jersey. You have
Yes,
a couple
I do.
of jerseys.
Yeah.
Okay. Stay in your seat. Now, last thing I want you to tell all the fans at home why they should go to the Wolves playoff games here in this building. We need Laconia coming out. We need a lot of people supporting the Wolves. We need to get behind this team because this team can win it all. What do you want to tell those fans? What do they expect to see? What do you want to tell them to come out to the games? What do they need to hear?
The Wolves scoring bell. The Wolves scoring.
Oh, the goal horn?
Yeah, goal horn.
It's pretty cool, huh? Cool. All right. Give me your best Sonic pose to the people at home. There you have it. Baron Trimble. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, back with Coach Lou. What have you seen out of Baron's game this year?
Barron's played great. I think we saw a video of him with a last-second game-winning goal.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that out of him down at that Rings exit. He scored a game winner with like 10 seconds to go, but you know, when you got a 6-year-old, he doesn't quite remember that.
Absolutely. It was a big goal.
It was a big goal. Now, what do the Wolves have coming up this week for their junior teams?
Yeah, EHL team has their last regular season game on Wednesday morning against the Boston Junior Rangers in Massachusetts.
Okay.
EHLP plays on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday's an away game. Sunday is home here at the Merrill Fay Arena. Home game
Nice.
afternoon.
2 wins in a row for that team. Let's see if they can keep accelerating towards the playoffs here.
Yes.
Now, for our youth teams, we have our 3-on-3 challenge that's coming up on Sunday. We'll do a draft in which we pick players. They'll pick out different rosters. We're wearing some throwback jerseys, either from other local Laconia junior teams or teams within the Wolves' history. And then we'll divide up teams and play some cross-ice 3-on-3 action. It's always been a lot of fun. We did it last year. Kids had a great time with it. We also have our playoff dates announced. The EHL will be playing starting on March 8th. First round, 3-game series here versus Vermont. Now, Coach, tell me a little bit about what you expect to see out of that series.
That series, I think it's going to be a tough series. Very, those teams battle very hard against each other. But I expect to see some big goals from the Wolves here.
Absolutely. You know, we played them 6 times this year. We've won 4. 2 of those games went to overtime. Another 2 games, or including those 2 games, were decided by 1 goal. So really, it's an even series.
Yes.
It's about, home ice, I think, will play a part. If we can get a good fan response, people in the building cheering on our Wolves teams, especially for that. If we get to a 3rd game, that's a Saturday night, Saturday in Laconia. Fans, you got nothing's more important going on in the Lakes region at this time of the year than Wolves hockey. So
100%.
come in the building. Last one I want to talk about a little bit too is tryouts. Now, Coach, we have tryouts slated for mid-March. What do you like to see out of tryouts for players? Where should they sign up? What do you want to see people coming out?
Yeah, you can sign up on the Wolves website there. Definitely want to see a whole bunch of guys coming out and trying out for the split season teams here, and trying their hardest, giving their best, willing to work hard, and being prompt and on time.
Absolutely. And, if players have an interest in the Wolves program, whether they're, want to come for the 15s, 16s, 18s, whatever it may be, it's important to, come to that tryout and see what it's all about. You can see the facilities, you can see our locker rooms and gym and all that kind of stuff, and get a feel for what the coaching staff is looking for in athletes in the Wolves program, and kind of go from there. All right, Coach, final thoughts. Down on the last week of the season here, what are you looking to see out of all our teams?
Oh, I'd love to see some wins here going into the playoffs, gain some momentum, especially for the EHL team and the EHLP team, heading right into the playoff series, first round series with some winning momentum.
Couldn't say it better myself. All right, hockey fans, remember to tune into our website for more information, www.newolveshockey.com.